as a person, but the nation of Israel that will come out of Yaakov. We are Yaakov. And what Yaakov goes through, we, historically, the nation of Israel, goes through. Yaakov is not on easy street, right? As we saw in the finale of the Parsha, after I don't know, 100 to 200 kilometers of traveling, if not more, from Haran to the mountains of Gilad, and finalizing an agreement with Lavan, and making a Gal'ed, Giladi mountains, making a Gal'ed, a heap of stones for testimony, that you don't do bad to us, we won't do bad to you. But it was clear to all of you that Lavan wanted to do bad. Do you remember who had to appear to him the night before? Hashem. And told him, Dear Balak, Oy Vavoy. Dear Balak, Oy Vavoy. In Chinese, how do you say it? Oy Vey. How do you say, Dear Balak, be careful. So Hashem warned Mr. Lavan. And Lavan said, Yesh la'el yadi, I have the ability to do bad to you. Meaning, he's already revealing what's in his heart. The treaty, the Brit, is made at the end. Shalom litraot. Maybe he kissed his daughters, maybe his grandchildren. And at the end of last week's Parsha, please see it, the preceding verse, after he kissed his sons and daughters, meaning his the grandchildren, he gives them a bracha, he goes back to his place. V'Yaakov alach lidarko, Yaakov continues his route. You all probably assume or know, to where is he journeying to? To where? What place is he journeying to? Eretz Yisrael. It's simple. And here, look at the pasuk in Bet, Vayifgeu bo malachei Elohim. Angels meet up with him. Vayomer Yaakov. Yaakov says, after this vision, we're assuming that it happens at nighttime in his sleep, as the Rambam explains. Maimonides elsewhere about prophecy. Kasher Ram, Yaakov says after he saw them meaning the Malachim, Machane Elohim zeh. This is the camp of God. Vayikra Shem hamakom hahu Machanaim. No, it's not the Machanaim in the Chula Valley that some of you have traveled to, off of highway number 60 up north in the upper Galilee. But you never know, maybe they call that place Machanaim after the Machanaim, maybe next to the Giladi mountains. We don't know exactly where this is. But the fact that Aleph it's called Machanaim and not Machaneh is coming to teach us, number one, many camps. And camps of what? Camps of what?
Angels.
Machane Elokim, it says, right? It's a camp of God. That's what he says here. Yaakov Avinu senses security, protection. Hashem is with him. And at the beginning of the Parsha, prior to his departure from Israel, he met up with angels. Now, decades and decades later, let's just count the years, 14 years, let's say the appearance of the angels is after the 14 years, so he's 60, 77. He arrives in Haran, spends 7 years to acquire, and another 7 years to acquire. What are you repeating yourself? Okay, say there. And then he wants to be independent. He opens up a file with the income tax people, and he wants to be atzma'i, which means independent. He doesn't want to be a sachir, and a hired worker, sachir. Are you paying schar dira? Sachir. Okay, he doesn't want to be. So he works 6 years. So that's 7 plus 7 plus 6. 20 years, plus he's 97 years old, according to this equation, unless I made a mathematical mistake. He's 97 years old. He saw angels 20 years ago. he sees, he has an appearance of angels right now, it's not by mere incidents. Yaakov, like we said maybe once here, will be the third foot of a nation that will step out of him, which will be related to the angelic, related to the divine. It's not going to be unusual. And now, the division between this parsha and this parsha is because of the context here. And it starts with verse 4. Do you see it? Okay? Vayishlach Yaakov. The tzaddik that just walked in, he also deserves one. Please hand him one. Thank you, sir. Vayishlach Yaakov malachim lefanav el Esav achiv arza seir sedei Edom. Who's the shaliach? Question 1. Who's the mishaleach? Question 2. Who? So now would you please answer? Who's the shaliach? Who's the mishaleach? The shaliach is the angel. What? Angels, malachim. And the mishaleach is Yaakov. And before we get to the technical side, you can buy this box, one of the store games at the game store, how to send out angels. And we see, again, Yaakov has angels. And all of you are looking perhaps at the second question. What do you think Rashi explain? What does Rashi explain in the first Rashi? Malach, Hebrew, please. Malachim mamash, or in your Ashkenazi pronunciation? Mamish. There you go. I wanted to hear the mamish. Thank you. Okay. In India, they only taught you mamash. I know. They didn't teach Ashkenazi in India. I know that. Now, what's bothering you in Rashi's explanation? No, this explanation. Before we get to your question, David, don't explode yourself. First, restrain. I know you've been trying to. What question might you raise about Rashi, Mr. Eitan?
Why mamash?
Why is he adding the word mamash? Very nice. Who understands? Yes?
There is no malachim mamash?
You're adding a question. Are malachim not mamash? Very good. What else do you want to add to this, Mr. Regila? Mr. Soldier on vacation?
I understood Rashi that he's saying it means it's angels, like malachim, that's actually. But Unkelos says it's emissaries. It's like messengers.
Okay. Unkelos is a Tana. Who's before who?
Tana is before.
He's in the Roman period. He's way before Rashi. He has every right to think otherwise. That's how he's translating the Chumash. But I want to get back. Why is Rashi using the word malachim mamash?
Yeah, I want to know this too.
You have an answer? Think. I want you to all think. 1 second. Aaron raised his fingers before you said, of course.
Because in just a few verses before, in
Yes.
verse 2, when the word malachim is mentioned, it means angels. So,
It says malachei Elokim in the text. And here it doesn't say malachei Elokim?
Where does it say malachim?
No, in when he's going to this place, Machanayim. There the Torah states malachei Elokim. Here it does not. Is that what you're saying?
yes.
That's the difficulty, Rashi, and therefore he says it's malachim mamash. Maybe. Before Thomas speaks, Michal Ari wanted to say something.
Yeah, I also think that maybe with Mamashi, you want to define that as they're not regular malachim, but they are from
What are regular malachim?
yeah, malachim is a messenger. Can also be a human.
You're right, but why is he saying it here? Did he say it at the end of last week's parsha? Yes or no?
No.
Did he say it at the beginning when he left from Beit El in the vision? Yes or no?
No.
So that's what we're asking a question. Maybe Thomas has an answer.
There are different meanings for the word malachim.
Yes.
One can be only a messenger, even new messengers, and now there is angels. Maybe saying mamash malachim, he's saying real angels.
Why didn't he say it at the end of last week's parsha? Why didn't he say before he left to go to Haran? 1 second. Is that's my rebuttal to him asking you. Do you have an answer to that question?
Because before they were sent from Hashem to him.
And therefore, and we're here. And now what's happening here, Aryalev? Here's a chidush. When we learned about, is that what you wanted to say, David?
Now, you want to say that it was brought Malakei Elohim. So it's already in conjunction with Shem. So we know that it's angels. Now it says only Malachim.
So
she wants to emphasize,
okay, so it's similar to what someone said. I understand your point. I want to put some things together. Yaakov meets up with angels. We see it. Rashi didn't bother saying Malachim Mamash in the prophetic vision in Beit El with the Sulam. Rashi did not say that in Machanayim. Rashi says it here. Ari Leib says there's something different between this opening text and last week's Parsha. Hashem, twice at least, sent Malachim to Yaakov. But Yaakov sending angels? Wow! We call that his repertoire? Is that the proper word?
Entourage.
What?
Entourage.
No, what's the word repertoire mean?
Yeah, like his equipment.
Yes, that's what I'm asking. In Yaakov's equipment, he has the ability to send angels. Wow. That's amazing. Atzum, it's terrific. Can Yaakov really do it? Rashi? Mamash, yes. Maybe that's one of the reasons why Rashi bothers to say, Malachim Mamash. Yaakov has the ability to send angels. Isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Remember the Kuzari, when the give and take, the Machon Meir, the question and answer between the scholar of Israel and the king of Kuzari. And he says to him, what would you say about a person that for 40 days and 40 nights did not eat, nor drink, nor sleep, and was in God's presence all the time? He says, that's not a human being. He's related to the angelic. Well, then he teaches him, Moshe Rabbeinu is the product of Klal Yisrael. And the nation of Israel is divine. Not the body, of course. The body, of course, transpires 120 years, 110 years, Gesintheit, 100 years, right? But the soul goes on and on. And we belong to the soul. We belong to the divine, related to the angelic part of life. That is our main part of life. That we can bring holiness and live it in our everyday material, physical, external, superficial lives. Just Kedusha. Or like the Rabbi of Kotsk would say, the Shekhinah is everywhere. Just open up the door and we'll come inside. You bring him in. Depends where you want to bring him in, the Kotzka Rebbe would say. So we can understand now that Yaakov is sending angels mamash. Although, Onkelos, you said, by the way, where did you see that? In Onkelos? Who said Onkelos? Thomas? You said? Ushlach Yaakov is Gadin. Is Gadin. You're right. Is Gadin apparently is angels, because in the other translation of the last week's Parsha, he says Malachaya in Aramit. Malachaya is the Aramit for Malachim, Malachaya. So, in any event, we have two matters here. And let's just come to the end of this short shiur of understanding. To who is he sending?
Esav.
Esav. And to where is he sending? Hebron? Beersheba? Where? Eretz. Seir. I need to bring the map again. Thomas, show everyone on the map in the back of you, please. Where is Eretz Seir? Also called later. What did you say, Steve? Edom. Let me put my eyeglasses on.
Southern part here is
Very nice. The south of Yam HaMelech, south of the entire Yam HaMelech, we have the Edomite mountains, Seir mountains. What is Petra somewhere in the middle there? One of the loveliest places, right? Petra, you've heard of Petra? Okay. And, no, we can't make a class trip there. Machon won't allow us. Maybe, who knows? The next government will take over those places. I don't know. Bezat Hashem. Our labels have tours going there. Maybe. He'll probably be investing in tours going to Petra from Yerushalayim. And, gentlemen, so does everyone see? Everyone see where Eretz Seir is? Now, what should be your question?
It's not part of Eretz Canaan.
Ah, it's not part of Eretz Canaan. What else comes into your mind?
That's why he sent it. Because he can't go.
I don't understand.
He should stay in Eretz Israel.
Yaakov wants to be in Eretz Yisrael.
Yes.
Why is he sending Malachim to Eretz Seir?
So they go and he stays.
Because
yes,
Esav
pass
is
from
staying
there.
there. Esav is
He has to pass from there for getting here.
Really?
No. You can go from
Please show us, Asher, how you go into Eretz Yisrael from up north. Just show us where's the Giladi Mountains right now. Can you point to the Giladi Mountains? Yes. Yeah, cross the Jordan River.
Bye-bye.
It's not so fast. It's 40, 70, 80, 90 kilometers. So why is he sending you to Seir? Who's in Seir? How does he know?
How do you know?
Modi'in.
What is Modi'in?
A city between the
No. It's not the Hanukkah city.
Information.
Modi'in is information. Modi'in is the unit of intelligence in the Israeli army. And he perhaps has Modi'in. He has intelligence information that Mr. Esav and family have left. Have left? Eretz Yisrael. Wow. Several decades have passed. 20 years have passed. He's left Eretz Yisrael. How long ago? Maybe not long ago. But someone revealed to Yaakov Avinu that he left. And now he's sending to there. My dear friends, as we're going to learn here, Yaakov is terribly frightened, isn't he? And what we're going to learn is no one here probably thinks that Yaakov's life was a very good, simple life. As he testifies before Paro in Bereshit Mem Zayin 47, Me'at v'ra'im hayu shenei chayai. Little translation, Me'at, few, v'ra'im, bad, hayu were, shenei chayai, the years of my life. It's a short life, but it's such a bad life. We know there's troubles with Esav, and then now Lavan, 4 wives, 11 boys, 1 girl traveling. And we're about to see the famous Ramban at the beginning of this parsha. Who knows what I wrote here in red? Is it part of any prayer service that you're usually saying? Can you read it out loud, Mr. Hanan Shulman? Just this word. Viga'alo.
Viga'alo miyad chazak mimenu.
Where do we say that? Viga'alo miyad chazak mimenu. Who remembers? You're right, but it's not only before Shabbos. That's not only Shabbos night. It's also every night. Where? Very good. Where? Right. Now where? In the blessing of Geula before Ashkivenu. Okay? Hashem yimloch li'olam v'nemar. Ki fada Hashem et Yaakov. God redeemed Yaakov. Viga'alo. He rescued him. He redeemed Miyad from the hand of someone who is? Who is that? Esav. We're going to be learning now. The Ramban says about the episode where the life of Yaakov is endangered, and Hashem is teaching us this entire episode to teach us that Hashem is with him. We'll continue this.